Y'all know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
Welcome to this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. This is your boy John, my co-host Dad. Is up right into it. All the shows, and at least we got past the writers' strike and all actors' strike, so we'll be getting back to some shows. We'll get more shows, regular scheduled programming this September, this fall.
Correct.
That's the time when all the shows be out. But shit, it ain't nothing to watch. Gotta wait for from. It's not till next month.
Yeah.
Power's on a break.
You got Umbrella Academy just came back.
That's this week.
Yep. Tuesday, just dropped Tuesday.
Oh, it just dropped.
Yep.
I gotta catch up on that. I stopped watching it a while back.
Okay.
But
yeah, it's the last season. But I'm up to date. So I'm gonna start watching that. One show I haven't watched and my wife is watching, she's watching Grey's Anatomy. Have you ever watched Grey's Anatomy?
Yes.
You watched the entire Grey's Anatomy?
No. Whenever they put it on Netflix for like the first time, I was like, yo, fuck it. Like when I go to look for shows to binge watch, unless it's like something brand new, I look for like maybe 2 to 3 seasons. Like I can work with that. That's
right.
I don't like if it's just one season, unless it's not brand new, it's just been there for a minute, it's just one season. I can't watch one season.
Yeah, you can't commit to it.
Yeah, because it's like, that's it. I'm gonna be mad to get to the end, and then shit, there's no season. There's never gonna be a season 2.
Right.
So, but like with new shows, I'll give it a try, and then when it gets canceled, I'll be frustrated. It's like shit.
Yeah.
It's new, so.
And that's normally why I don't really go to new shows. I usually like when y'all tell me about shows, I usually wait a while before it. Like y'all been watching it 3-4 seasons and shit. I'll wait because I hate to invest in the show. And then for what you said, we see a lot of shows nowadays have one season be good, and then you see online they get picked up for the next season. Shit got canceled after the season. I be hating that shit. So usually it's unless the new show like really sparked my attention, I usually don't watch new shows. Like if I see like you, if I see some on Netflix and I see got one season, I'd be like, nah, I'm not watching that shit because I go watch it and I enjoy it, and then that shit don't ever come back. So I stay away from. I usually I watch either shows that's completely done already, or I go with some shit that got a few seasons on. That's why right now I'm watching Jake Ryan with my nigga from The Office, Jack Ryan.
Yeah,
on Netflix and shit. I've been watching that. I just finished season 2 of that and shit. It got 4 seasons, so and it's completely done.
I'm saying, Grey's is what? It's like 20 seasons in now?
I have no fucking idea. I had never watched Grey's Anatomy.
I was watching it. I got to the 6th season, and then I stopped watching it.
Another old OG show that I said I'm gonna start watching that I never watched is Law and Order. That's another show that I
always catch up, and then I get like 2-3 seasons behind, and I gotta catch up again.
Yeah. I never started Law and Order. I've never
It's a great show.
My wife watch it sporadically, and I'll watch an episode with her, but I really don't be knowing what's going on. But I'll be telling myself I'm gonna start from the beginning and watch.
I went to check like how many seasons Grey's has, and I started typing Law and Order in the fucking shit. Talking about Law and Order. So according to Netflix is 20 seasons of Grey's Anatomy on Netflix. I don't know that's the total amount of seasons it has, but Netflix,
I think they still. I still think they still making new Grey's Anatomy.
It's still. But let's see, what's the last episode I watched of this? Oh, the last episode I watched was season 6, episode 1. That's how far I got. It's intriguing. The hospital shows, cop shows.
Yeah. Fire department.
All those shows got like
those civic, all those civic, the civil servant shows and shit. I seen one episode she was watching. it was two twins, conjoined twins, two brothers and shit, and one of them had a girl, and I guess when he went to bed, they have sex, and then the other twin would stay up and talk to his girl and shit. So she was like in love with both of them and shit. But they were trying to get. Oh, this was on Grey's Anatomy. She was just watching. I don't know what episode what season she on.
Yeah,
but they was.
Ask her. Tell us in the chat. That's some funny shit.
She said it was two conjoined twins. They were adults. They were tired of each other, although they've been living with each other their whole life. Dr. Dreamy, he didn't want to do the surgery because he was like, they've been living this long with each other, and if we do it, it's a dangerous surgery to do now. And so then when they were prepping for it, the one of the homies' girlfriend was there, and they was asking her like, how do y'all have sex? And he was talking about like how he watched and stuff like that. And then
how does that work? Do they both have separate?
Yeah, they have separate joints. They've just connected.
Oh, so they both have separate.
Separate. Yeah,
below the belt.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, separate. They just conjoined on the side and shit. And so she was like
crazy.
So she was like, yeah, after we have sex, he stays up and talks to me and all this and shit. And the brother's like, what? So who do you love? Like, she like, I love you, but I love how he treats me and all this and shit. So I was like, yo, this is a dumbass show.
Yeah,
and they start fighting and shit, the two brothers and shit. The show's mad funny and shit. But then they got the surgery.
Yeah, it's too many episodes even like to like go through read the descriptions. Too many episodes.
Nah, I just seen her watch it the other day. The show was mad funny. But
shit, House is one of my favorite TV shows. That's a medical show.
Oh, and I never watched House either. I never watched House.
No,
I never watched House either. But again, we had the end of one of our favorite shows, House of Dragons.
Season finale, 8 episodes, 2 less episodes than we got in the first season.
Yeah.
After a 2-year wait.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's what, another 2-year wait?
Another 2-year wait, and I'm pissed off, man, because I didn't like how it ended. They cut us 2 episodes, and it wasn't like this season was jam packed with action. Like, yeah, there's a thrill in seeing. We did get the one fight, between
Rhaenys
and Aegon and shit. Yeah,
so all their dragons,
right. That was a good fight. But we didn't get and then all of them, everybody getting the dragon and shit, find it, Oof White, whatever his fucking name is, I can't stand him.
Oof.
And Hull, whatever that nigga name is.
You talking about the other one, right?
Yeah, Hugh of Hull. And shit. That's cool to see everybody getting a dragon and shit. It looks as though like the young black girl gonna get Sheep Stealer. And shit. That's cool. But then they show us some shit that we already know. Like, bro, don't tell me something I already know. With the 3-Eyed Raven, and we saw the White Walkers and all that shit. We know that's coming. We watched Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but it's just the cool factor. Like, oh shit, Damon got a glimpse. So it's like we, as the audience, we know, but it's like now we know people in a time period.
Yeah,
some people in that time period actually
had to go against.
May not live to see it, but
right.
knew what was gonna take place. Him talking about winter's coming. I'm like, oh man, he sounds like Jon Snow right now.
Right. Yeah, man. I was underwhelmed. It was cool, but it
wasn't crazy, but it's like I said, I told you. I just once I seen that the episodes cut short, I was like, yeah, this show's not gonna last too long. And then they made the announcement, season 3 will be the last season.
Yeah.
So I don't know how many episodes season 3 will have. Season 3 might be shortened season 2, and then season 4 might be another shortened season.
It can't be shorter than 8.
Season 4, know how long they might do 6 episodes. They might
that'd be crazy.
They may raise it up for 10 for season 3 because season 3, I expect a lot of characters to die.
Yeah,
it's just gonna be a lot of war and just straight death in season 3. I anticipate a character dying, like, oh shit,
Yeah.
every episode was like, oh wow, they smoked him. That
Yeah.
because all the dragons got to go eventually. So
Right.
all of them got to go. Because when we get to the Game of Thrones
Yeah.
timeline,
It's none.
there's none till Daenerys.
Yeah.
But that's also sparked a debate online too, because they show in Damon's vision,
Yeah.
they show
Show
Daenerys
her.
three
Yeah.
dragons, and now people are arguing that Daenerys was actually the prince that was promised. Because some people felt like it was Jon Snow, but now people saying
Because of the vision. Yeah.
But
Daenerys.
the showrunner said that doesn't state that little
That
Easter
doesn't
egg
make it a fact.
is that she was the princess promised. But
Yeah.
people also forget, what she did was important. She brought back dragons.
Yeah.
That was the first dragons they seen, and
Right.
since the since this era, because the dragons slowly but surely phase out. They don't even grow to massive size no more, and they don't
Right.
have that same
Yeah.
effect.
And again, she was the only one. If you talk about Daenerys, like she had dragons, but they're very small compared to the dragons of this era. Like her dragons compared to the dragons of this current generation.
Rhaegar is bigger than all her dragons.
So it's like it's not like she was able to get dragons and they were the only person to have dragons. But compared to the massiveness that this era of dragons, where they were producing them frequently, she didn't have she just happened to have dragons, but she didn't
I'll
have.
say Drogon was probably. I think Drogon would have been
the biggest one. Yeah,
Drogon
the one who died, right?
No, Drogon's the only one that's still alive, technically.
Got it. Which one was the one that died with that became a White Walker?
That one was she named them all after her brothers. The other brother's name, the one that got smoked, that her first husband smoked.
The one that used to beat her ass.
The one that he was like the crown.
Yeah, put the shit. Yeah,
how that gold melted his head.
Yeah.
That dragon was the one that became the one with the White Walkers. I just can't remember the brother's name.
I ain't like his whole ass.
It's Rhaegar, Drogon, named after her husband. Rhaegar, named after her brother. That's John's father, and then it's the other one. I just can't remember the brother's name. But that's the one that got clipped up.
I'm the king.
The north side of the wall when she went to go save them all. That's the one that got killed.
Yeah.
Man, now you got me thinking
Viserys.
Oh, so that's I guess that's a
Rhaegar and Viserys.
Yeah, so Viserys.
But tell us what y'all watching, man. We need some shows right now. We got the end of Power Season 2 coming up, Book 2 next month. We got Cobra Kai coming back. When does Cobra Kai come back?
November. Eventually, it was supposed to be the end of November, but they pushed it up 2 weeks.
So we got From next month. What have you been watching, Mayor of Kingstown?
No, I watched like the first couple episodes, but I gotta get back into it.
I gotta get back into that too. Once I get done, I don't really like watching multiple shows at once. You know what was a bad show?
What?
That I recently watched. The Star Wars show, Acolyte.
Oh, I didn't get to watch it yet.
I've been enjoying all the spinoff shows.
Mm-hmm.
I did not fuck with this one. I did not act like Acolyte, man. It wasn't no action. They had a dope villain, but they didn't use him right.
Okay.
Like they had one episode where he was smoking all their ass, and then you don't see him no more. Like it was a bad show, man. It was a real bad show.
Some people feel like I don't know, man. Disney, I feel like Disney just needs to put a little more effort into the shows.
Yeah, Disney be on some real Big Brother shit. Like y'all gonna come because of who we are, but a lot of shit be seeming lazy. Dr. Doom, RDJ. should be seeming lazy, man. Y'all gotta stop being so lazy with this writing, man. Cause y'all losing
TV
us.
shows is like it's supposed to be like an off branch to help boost the movies, but I don't think
Yeah.
there's no really Star Wars movies. That
And I don't think they got nothing coming up really. To like because it usually that's how it usually works, where the shows intertwine with the movies and continues to tell a story up until the next movie. But I don't know if they even got any new Star Wars movies on the docket.
yeah, so it's like, and then they making the universe. When you make universes, you just gotta connect. You gotta like, there's gotta be connections when you.
But see, a lot of what they've been doing with their stories is a lot of their stories in Star Wars universe been all around the era of the Last Jedi, like Luke Skywalker time and shit. Like that's where they've been placing these shows in between that space, not continuations to the last one that dropped, the last actual movie. All the shit is happening prior to the final movie and shit.
Yeah, that's
like decades before.
As I said, when you make these shows, they all gotta connect.
But let us know what y'all watching. We need new shows, man. Make sure y'all drop it in the comments. What show we should be checking out. Because we need shows to watch.
And Squid Game at the end of the year.
Squid Game at the end of the year. And then hopefully we have Good Bad Binge Worthy come out and we can really.
And Squid Game's also gonna end with his third season, and that third season will be much sooner than
the main guy from Squid Games is on the Acolyte.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's the main Jedi on there.
Okay.
Yeah. And he gets his ass smoked. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert, he gets that smoke. But speaking of TV, 50 has just announced that he'll be bringing us a new channel. 50 began his own channel. I think it's called 50 Action. Hold up, let me. Channel 50 Cent Action, and he's partnered up with Lionsgate. And so he made a partnership with Lionsgate, and he got his own channel coming out.
Oh,
Well, we born his channel,
bro. Boo, boo, boo. Let me not say boo, because we have seen rappers or entertainers make their channel. Although this is not the space to talk about Diddy, his channel was
I was
big.
gonna say, I think he's the only one. Who else?
Diddy
and 50.
Fubu had a channel.
Okay, yeah.
It didn't go nowhere.
That's what 3. I'm surprised Tyler Perry didn't do a channel yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. Tyler Perry, I think he has the ability. He's been working with BT. Like the crazy thing is, most of BT is Tyler Perry produced shows. Tyler Perry is somebody who can actually do his own show.
And it's crazy. He tried to buy BT.
Yeah, he tried to buy BT, and all of the shows on there is Tyler Perry made. Oprah Winfrey has her own channel. She has own.
Yeah, Oprah.
Oprah has own, which has all Tyler Perry shit too.
Mm-hmm. So Oprah got her own channel. I'm surprised Tyler Perry don't got his own. Diddy made Revolt.
Yeah, Diddy made Revolt.
50 got his new thing coming out. Nope. Entertainer-wise, that's it. When it comes to like,
yeah, let me do a quick entertainers with.
It's just them. That's crazy. Small list.
And I ain't mad at 50 coming out with his own shit, but it can't be called 50 Cent, like 50 Cent Action. Like he gotta change the name. Like, it has to stand alone. Like, in order because a lot of times when you create a channel after your name, after your likeness, God forbid you get into some weird shit, your channel can't live on without, because it's so closely attached to your name. So I think Revolt again is able to live on because it's not called the Diddy channel.
I feel you. It's like, what I'm saying? You gotta really walk a clean line because shit go bad, and then they got
right. So yeah, now you kill that whole, and that's a stream of income. So I think you don't really want to name your channel after yourself. But let me look at real quick. Entertainers with their own channels. Let me look it up real quick. Also, those who didn't know have noticed a YouTube channel. That's YouTube. Media channel. Media channel? TV channel?
Yeah, I would say put it like TV channel.
Media TV channel. Okay. Okay.
So he took it down, but he had like a thing that showed what where his shit would be. You could access this shit.
Entertainers with their own TV channel. Seven TV actors created start their own show. Key colors of their own shows. I don't give a fuck about their own shows. On network. Let me say on network. On network channel. Entertainers with on network channel. List of programs. It keep coming up Oprah and shit.
So, but yeah, so I guess you'll stick with Oprah Diddy. You said Fubu and then 50. So as right now we can name 4.
Yo, that ass. Like, ain't shit else. Oprah the only motherfucker that keep coming up. Yeah, so that's who I could think of when I think of people like entertainers or media personalities having their own networks and shit. Those are the ones I think of. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. I just hope he don't have it so closely tied to his own likeness and image. He can come up with a cool name for it. It could be called Action. It could be called Power. It could be called any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it could be called G-Unit Films. I'm surprised he just do that.
No, because that's too close to G-Unit. Like G-Unit as a rap group is not.
Or he could have just dropped the unit and just put the G channel.
Yeah, so even that, right? It's right, G channel. Something like that, where it's like it's not as closely based to the image. Or
you know where the G represents, but it can still represent.
Yeah, exactly.
Blues, because you can say
again, Oprah Network is called OWN. It's Oprah Winfrey Network, but we know it as OWN.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's Oprah Winfrey Network, but it says we know it as OWN. So I'm just what I'm saying. Like you could say the G channel, G network, is something that where we know that. But like for the modern or the person who's not, for those who know will know, but it just don't say G Unit. It's like, come on, man, that ain't.
So you just felt like he should have came up with a better name for it.
Yeah, not just keep it away from his own likeness and image. I ain't mad at him having a channel because he's had successful shows, and so just looking at the way Revolt is set up. Revolt has pretty much the same shit on repeat on there, where it has music, it has what's my nigga name? Drink Champs. Then it has like a few music shows and shit like that. 50 can run back, try to get all the ownership to his Power Network and shit. And then we know he has the ability to produce quality shows. He could do that. Have some music and entertainment shit on there. It could work. It definitely can work.
Yeah, it definitely could. So, especially, he got shows ending.
Right.
TV shows ending. So, who knows?
He definitely has the ability. And they have It Is What It Is exclusively on the G channel and shit. How that makes it and Cam, like Dream Champs is on Revolt. Have it straight on the G channel and shit. Network TV. I can see it. I can definitely see it. Shout out to 50 though. That's a power move. I like that.
Said, in this era, he sounds some podcasts up with shit.
Yep.
I wonder that documentary drop. What he gonna drop it under? Is it gonna go to his channel or is it gonna go to one of these streaming services?
Shit, if he was smart, he'd drop it on his channel.
And then stream it off to this because it says he posted it, but it's not on his page no more. But they show like what you could see his channel on. It was Hulu, it was Roku. It was like a few things that he listed off that will be have
Yeah, and then
access to
he have that you know that Power and I mean that Tommy and Ghost show like premiere on his channel. That's gonna drive people there and shit.
And as of right now, his channel is free, so his channel is a free channel. It's not a paid subscription.
Yeah.
It's not charging people to have access to his channel. So if you have
Have
one of those apps, you'll be able to view the channel. You don't gotta pay extra to watch his channel.
have Tommy and Ghost show be on there. Premiere on there. Everybody gonna be there. But
So,
shout out to 50 though. That's dope.
So from TV to movie, TMZ recently caught up with Jonathan Majors and they asked him how he feels about the whole Phil King stuff and the fact that Robert Downey Jr. has been cast as Doctor Doom and also his replacement.
Yeah, you know, he answered the questions correct. He kept it politically correct, but you can still see he was a bit salty. And then
you say he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. And then you could the person asking leading questions. Well, you know, RDJ with his criminal history and he's getting a second chance. How do you feel about you? And I like the fact that he didn't take any smut or put any smut on RDJ's name, and you could tell he respects RDJ. He respects the little freaky boy from the Flash, Ezra. Because he
Flash, he was doing thing.
Yeah, he got his own thing. The only thing I can say about RDJ, it has been decades removed. I don't know if Ezra has been redeemed because the Flash came out, but I think he's done after that.
What was I think he is done, and lucky for him, the movie was already filmed. So all the shit
and that's what I'm saying. Like that was already in motion. So I think DC just got it out and just was. But I think he's done after that.
He's being replaced.
Yeah, and I don't think he's like I have to see. I don't think Hollywood is fucking with him either. And so, like, I feel like if we seen after all the allegations and the shit that's come out about him, sexually assaulting women and shit, and then we see him premiering in new movies, then I think as Jonathan Majors and people fans of Jonathan Majors can be like, all right, it's clear the signs of racism because, based on the
last thing you heard, his last thing is Flash, and he don't got nothing upcoming.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's I can see fans of Jonathan Majors and Jonathan Majors being upset in that regard. Because
I think they should be more upset if it was Marvel or Disney was to give Ezra Miller a job.
Right.
Because if he gets a job for like a random movie, it is what it is. That has nothing to do with what they're doing.
Yeah, because even with Jonathan Majors, they still promoted the Ant-Man shit, and he was still in the ass and stuff like that, and like that was never taken away. Like he was never wrote out of the movie.
He got his own movie coming out. I told you he
he got a new movie, and then after that he was in Loki, and so it's like there was no like they didn't write him out in that regard. They finished out.
Basically, the story.
What he had going on, and then now they're gonna make a change moving forward, and that's similar to what's going on with Ezra. And then he still got other gigs he got coming up, so he still has an opportunity to really redeem himself because I think in his case, him now being married to Megan Good, him not being afraid to discuss, what took place that night and his part in the incident. We saw, it wasn't just him who was guilty of assault in that situation. So I think with time, Jonathan Majors will get a redemption, and maybe it's not as Kang, but I still think they got the opportunity to reintroduce Kang, and maybe he be the person that comes back in a few years or so.
Okay, yeah. I said also when shit goes down, dies down, he gets a couple of roles in. You never know. That movie's what, 2 years from now?
Right.
They can have him cameo.
Correct.
It's like, oh,
and again, nobody will feel away because he's addressed the issues. He's seemed like
it sucks because he was billed as the big villain.
Yeah,
if he still gets like a small part in it, would people still be mad? Like, oh shit, they brought him back.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. If he is a co-villain or a contributing villain, people still appreciate that because Kang is a big nemesis in the Marvel universe. So what if they bring him in under the likes of like a fucking what's the big bad, the world killer,
Galactus.
If they bring him as a smaller, villain to like a Galactus or something, it'll still work.
I'm saying, yeah, but in this case, he'll be, if they was to do something as his build, he'll be if they was to bring him back, he'll be an underling to Robert Downey's
right. Yeah.
Doom.
Yeah, and that too. That if he's working in if he's working with Dr. Doom, then that still works for him. He would still be a important role or member of this battle between the heroes and villains. And so I think it could work. I just say we got to give it a few years. Like you said, once he get a few more under his belt, more new scenes and new movies, I think with time, him being a married man, keeping himself, out of trouble or keeping himself away from similar things like this, because we do have the video of him trying to break up the girl fight and all that shit. Like we've seen some redemption in him, right?
Mm-hmm.
We seen making good with the hug shit, but he didn't react, and then even with the interview, how he took the high road in the interview, although he did, say that he was salty and he felt away because he loved the character. I think he's handling things the right way. So within a few years and a few movies, he'll be forgiven and we'll see him get another real big role.
Yeah, most definitely. So we will keep an eye out for that. And, these Avenger movies ain't coming out, what, 2026, 2027?
Yeah, they shit, right. That's what I'm saying. They should take so long to come out anyway. He got plenty of time.
So a lot of time in between. Let's get into music. You said LL Cool J does not have Jay-Z on his Mount Rushmore at Def Jam. So what was his Mount Rushmore?
So he was sitting down with Shannon Sharp and shit doing Club Shake Shake. His Mount Rushmore, which is the 4, he has himself, Beastie Boys, Public Enemy, and Slick Rick.
All right. I know you enjoy Club Shay Shay, all this good stuff coming on.
Oh, yeah, I love Club Shay Shay. I barely watch the shit now because it's so salacious and shit. But he was saying that, so a lot of people online was upset with him saying that because it was like, what about Jay-Z? What about Luda? What about Ross? What about Nas and shit like that? So Nas came late in his career. So I don't really consider Nas like a Def Jam artist. They're like, Kanye, what about that and shit? So he stated that, and then Shannon Sharp brought that up. He was saying like, he explained online, although he didn't explain it fully
on Shay Shay, but he clarified it.
But he clarified it online. So he was like, when he think of Mount Rushmore, the original Mount Rushmore, it's like the founding fathers. So he was like, his way of thinking was the founding fathers.
Not the best. It's just
not the greatest of all time. But he did say, even with the greatest of all times, he don't see much change in his Mount Rushmore. So it's like, I'm acknowledging what y'all said because my thinking was the founding fathers. But also, even with that, I don't see my Mount Rushmore changing more. So it's like, I hear y'all, but I'm kind of doubling down, but I'm clarifying at the same time. Now, me, grew up on Def Jam, being a Def Jam fan. If you want to talk about founding fathers, if we just go that aspect, I think you take Slick Rick out, and I think Run DMC has to be there.
Okay.
Because when I look at, actually, I would take Public Enemy out and put Slick Rick, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, LL Cool J.
Okay.
Because when I think about the breaks in the old school 80s movies, I don't even, honestly, I really never knew Public Enemy was Def Jam.
Mm.
I never knew that. Until he said that, I never associated Public Enemy with Def Jam. When I think of foundation of Def Jam, I think of Russell Simmons. I think of Rick Rubin. I think of Beastie Boys. I think of LL Cool J. I think of Run DMC and Slick Rick on the outline. But when I think of Def Jam as a Def Jam,
I'm not gonna lie, no disrespect to the founding fathers. When you mentioned Def Jam, the first thing that popped up to my head, you made me disagree. My first head, you may disagree too, but the first thing that popped up in my head is DMX.
So that's what. So when and that's what I'm about to say. When I think of just Def Jam as a whole, Jay-Z, DMX are the first two I think of. Then I give
no offense to like the Jay-Z part. I know he's Rockefeller, but they had that partnership with Def Jam.
Yeah.
So it was like they worked together, but I never felt like Rockefeller was under Def Jam compared to
well, you look at Def Jam, you look at Rockefeller as his own entity.
Yeah, so that's why I know Jay-Z ended up becoming the president of Def Jam. He's signed Rihanna, stuff like that. So there's other acts. So like we're whole
signed Rihanna, signed Ross, had Ye there,
Jeezy as well.
Jeezy.
He signed Jeezy as a solo artist. Remember that he was in that
Boys in the Hood shit.
That was the name of that group.
Yeah, Boys in the Hood.
So he signed him to a solo deal to Def Jam. So when I think Jay-Z is Rockefeller, even though there was a partnership with Def Jam, but versus how
you see Jay-Z as Rock. That's the Rock. That's and whereas DMX, but see, even with X is Rough Riders.
Yeah, but I don't know. But it's not how I say it's maybe the way Dame Dash and Hov was promoting Rockefeller was different than how everybody else did it, because everybody else has like their own, like everybody did that for me.
Had their own label and shit.
Their own label. Luda had DTP.
You're right.
Jeezy has own shit. Most of all these artists have their own like.
Jeezy was 1017 or
no that's 1017 is Gucci.
That's Gucci.
Jeezy CTE.
CTE. Yeah.
CTE. That's what I'm saying. So it's like it's just the way Dame and Hov did it was a little different. So it's like because no offense to Luda, when you think Luda, he had DTP, but you're not thinking DTP.
Yeah. You think Def Jam.
Def Jam. With DMX is the Rough Riders was so instrumental and like so upfront with all his shit. So it's like Rough Riders was a little different. You think DMX, you think Def Jam, you think Rough Riders. Just how I don't know if he did it that way, but it's just everything he did was Rough Riders. He go through some other shit, Rough Riders. They all went
right.
So
but people were saying like this was a lot. The whole thing is LL don't like Jay-Z, and
there's speculation about that.
Yeah, exactly. Years. So that's the whole issue people have is like LL continuously trying to slight Jay-Z.
Okay.
That's people big issue and shit, because even like after he said it that he was talking about the founder fathers, he did say, but even with that, whatever era it is, when I think Def Jam, this is who I think of and shit. And then everybody like, come on now, like that's when everybody started bringing up Jay-Z, DMX, Kanye West, fucking Ludacris, Jeezy, Ross, all these people like. So even
Def Jam, because you go, we talk about Def Jam Fight for New York and Def Jam Vendetta. All them artists is Def Jam. Yeah, all of them. Fat Joe, all them niggas, like they were all at one point under Def Jam and shit. So
But people just look at it. This all people just try to say, LL don't fuck with Hove, because you know Jay-Z always call him Hove and he the GOAT, and LL like feel as though like that ain't his title. That's my title. Like greatest of all time is me. And so that's what Club Shannon Sharp was like, damn, you always, it's a rumor that you out here always trying to select Jay-Z and shit. He like, I got no beef with Jay-Z, but Jay-Z and them came many years after us. Like, so we built the building and they came and benefit off the work, because when we got there was no building, there was no brick and mortar. We was the house, the names that built the house type shit. But he didn't even mention Run DMC. And when I think of the original Def Jam, artist wise, I only think of him, Beastie Boys and Run DMC. Like, I think honestly, like Run DMC, when it comes to Def Jam, Run DMC might be just as big as LL Cool J when it comes to being Def Jam artists.
We're talking about we're talking about the beginning days of
the beginning, like what they were able to do, how they was able to build a brand of Adidas, where they were doing the rock shit with Aerosmith and shit. Like what they were doing with the hip hop was just as monumental as what LL was doing with the I Need Love and Mama, Mama Said Knock You Out and shit.
You know what it is? As a rapper wise, LL's career musically had more longevity than them. So
oh yeah, definitely.
At the same time, the impact was, it was close. But then when LL when they stop and he's still going, that also propels and adds.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is their high was just as close to his. Like when they were on top, it wasn't like their fame and their influence was any less than his when it comes to being faces of Def Jam. Like they hits were hits like his, like just like Beastie, like they were really doing their shit too. Again, we niggas wear Adidas. Adidas is only a brand because of them niggas.
Yeah, they definitely help. Now I call it Adidas now because that's how.
Oh yeah, that's the right way to pronounce it and shit. Right, yeah, that's the.
It's funny. It sounds the same way. It kind of sounds similar, but
no, because I saw who was it was A$AP Rocky talk about this shit. Like, yeah, Americans be fucking up the name. It's Adidas. It's not Adidas and shit. It's like, fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up.
Adidas.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you're still saying Adidas, but in a funny, it sounds the same. To me, it sounds like Adidas.
Adidas. Bro. Tomato. It's the same fucking thing.
To me, it's the same shit.
Yeah, niggas want to be politically correct and shit. But do you think LL really has hate for Jay-Z?
Possibly. You don't know the bullshit. Behind the scenes be keying a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Also, be the competition standpoint. LL does come from the competitive era. A lot of these rappers that come from that cloth is like, it's a respect thing, but I don't feel he's better than me. No disrespect. I feel he's better than me, so that's how I approach the whole shit. So everything is like a competition. So.
Yeah. But is it a competition at this point?
Successful. They have two really successful. So
really successful. LL has no hair, doing reality TV. Not reality TV, doing TV shows and shit.
He's doing well for himself, man. He's doing the movies and started doing TV.
Man,
they're in a different era of TV. I told you back, like when we was younger, TV was like where people whose careers was like drying up or something.
Where they go to die.
They'll go to TV, or you up and coming. You just try to get big, go to TV. Now, big stars is doing TV shows. It's like, oh
That's
shit,
true.
he got
Yeah,
his
that's
own
true.
TV show. It's more frequent now than what it was then. Because
Yeah,
you be
yeah.
shocked, like whoever was an A-list celebrity, like, oh shit, he got his own show. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how I be feeling sometimes when I be seeing certain announcements, but it's like it's more normal now. That's what you see
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Yeah. All I know is LL is very successful, but there's levels to this shit.
But you know,
LL, Jay-Z.
some may feel different. Some may
LL, Jay-Z.
you gotta think about it. When Jay-Z reached kind of like his peak, that's like 20 years after LL, what almost 20 years after LL in the game, 15 years
Yeah.
after LL in the game. Like
Yeah.
when Jay-Z reached his actual like peak, not like when he first came out and then.
Yeah. But
So
shit, by the early 2000s, LL was a legacy act, making Headsprung and shit.
Headstrong's a little. I feel like that was a little. When did fucking
Headsprung.
Headstrong come out?
Like
I think
early 2000s.
I think it came out 2004. Which is crazy. So that's like that's the early days. Let's see,
Yeah.
LL Cool J Headsprung.
Nigga on in the video doing a guitar leg and shit.
2000, 2004. But in the early 2000s, he had a few songs. He was
No,
around.
he has one song with J Lo I love. He has Love You Better. That was a really good song.
Yeah, so he had something. He was still doing some things in the 2000s.
Yeah, but he was still a legacy act. He had this one song with Paradise.
Yeah.
Paradise is very nice.
Yeah, my man was with the all white in the fucking water tank.
And the water, splash of water and shit.
With a fitted on.
Yeah, word. Touch why don't you? Touch why don't you? Touch why don't you? Hey girl. Oh girl, great song though. But
see, that was also like the transitioning period because like he was still doing music, but at that point,
yeah, he was already doing movies. He was in SWAT and shit. Yeah,
was coming.
He was doing Deep Blue Sea. He was doing Any Given Sunday.
So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was like the slow transition, and then after a certain point, it's just he did. I think he did a good job. Some people still think of LL just as TV show and movies. People don't even realize what he's really known for. So
right.
I
mean, I saw
good.
Yeah, I seen David Banner. He said a long time ago, like the movie and TV checks are guaranteed. No matter what you do, how successful it is, what you getting is what you getting, and then you get a bonus for if it does well. So that's why David Banner stepped away from music. He like these movie checks. I'm getting album money from these movie checks, and that shit come clear as every time.
Yeah,
it's no way.
And it can flop, and you still get paid.
He said movie be ass, but you still getting your check. And now if the movie or TV is successful, then you get some extra chop. So he like, fuck this rat race that's hip hop and music and shit. He dipped like. I'm over here.
You be making money.
Yeah, but LL, stop hating on Hov, man. You a goat. You definitely a goat. But show my nigga Hov some respect, man.
Now let's get into keep music. Let's get into Jersey. Dropping some music on the Finsta, the fake IG.
Yeah.
I guess creative marketing. Unreleased records. Also, a shout at J. Cole.
Shout at J. Cole, unreleased records.
And it's funny. Music. Like Kendrick said, he ran to Atlanta, and all the unreleased records is 21, Young Thug, all Atlanta.
Yeah. So and
I'm Yachty also.
Yeah, so that was my whole thing. It's like,
oh man, this is funny.
Yeah, so it's just like I keep saying it. Take a break, because even with the unreleased, it goes everything when people hear these records, it's like, yo, what this nigga Kendrick say? You run to Atlanta to check balance, like you trying to just eat up the culture and shit, and then you drop all these unreleased records with the Atlanta artists. It's like, damn, like you keep spoiling the moment. And then you got the Yachty record that was not cleared because what's the kid name? That'd be goodness gracious, Mr. Hotspot, that they sampled to make that song. He didn't clear it because he was like, the music was too vulgar for his name to be tied to it. Like his music is, he's a God-fearing man, and so basically what the music was about was not, doesn't align with his code, with his values and shit. So that's why Yachty gave it to Kai to release it on some sneaky shit. Then he talking about he did an R&B only, and he talked about a new joint album with Party Next Door coming out. Although I would love that. Two things. Party just dropped the album. Party is an OVO artist. Let Party do Party for a year. Ain't even been a whole album, a whole year. Like, let your artist do him. Bring him out to perform his new album. Nigga literally just dropped the album 3-4 months ago. Let his album live. Two, we don't care right now. At this moment, we don't care. I love to hear a Party and Drake album. Whenever they do records together, the shit is chef's kiss. Fire. Half the time, Party be writing all the fucking Drake R&B records anyway. So it's already Party album to begin with. I know Party gonna do all the writing and Drake that's gonna do his crooning and harmonizing. I'm with that. All that views and all that shit, that's Party Next Door. Like them, his records. That's cool. I love it. I love the sound. But stop. Kendrick already told us Party playing with his nose. That's why ain't nobody talk about Party ass. Kendrick told us you want Atlanta to steal. You got all the Atlanta records dropping. And then you talk about you and Party about to drop an album. We don't care at the moment. We want it. We do want it, but we don't want it right now. Chill the fuck out. We say this every other episode. Drake, chill out.
But take
a break.
It's getting some positive feedback.
Yeah, it's gonna always get some positive traction because it's Drake. Drake don't miss. But when the album start coming out, and then we get the package, then it's gonna be like, all right, it was all right, and it's gonna be gone. It's gonna be here one day, gone the other. I want time, Drake. I want to be able to fully. I want to be able to soak up any new project or any new music from you and separate it from the beef. It's too soon. It'd be too close to home. I want to really be able to take in the music. But we can't do that right now. Because it's still funny shit going on. You got niggas can't even come to Toronto and shit. Schoolboy Q show got canceled in Toronto because the police thought it would be like it would incite a riot because the boys them might be on some shit. So it's still like all the moves is still Kendrick Drake related. Like they pretty much saying Drake got anybody that look like they fuck with Kendrick artists, no fly zone. Like you can't go to Canada because the man them is gonna be on some shit, and the police are afraid that something might happen.
Is that the Crodies?
Yeah, all the Crodies gonna do something and shit. So, and everybody saying this, Drayden put out the TOS, terminate on site. These niggas can't come in. they act like they like Kendrick. They can't come here. So everything, these niggas coming out and saying, yo, I can't go to Toronto, I can't go to Canada because of this Drake Kendrick shit. It goes back to they beef. So any move Drake make, all these artists not being able to go to Canada because of their beef, it's too close to home. We gotta let this shit die down a bit. Because we already saw you lost. So it makes you look more like a loser because now you trying to stop niggas from making money in your state because your country, because you got smoke. That's the image people are saying. Then you made it, you talking shit about Cole, who supposed to be your brother, light skinned brother, stick together type shit. Chill out. Take a moment. Let us be able to fully dissect and love and embrace the music. Right now, everything is too close to y'all beef. Regardless of y'all being quiet about it or not, Kendrick being quiet about it, you being quiet about it, we can't fully embrace any move y'all make between the both of y'all because the wound from the battle is still open. Give us time to clear the wound. Tell the man them and the Crodies to chill out. You chill out. Wait till January, February. Give us a record. Give us a project. You and Party and shit. Let's wait a minute. Damn.
Well, it is what it is. Let's keep it. Well, we're about to talk about another artist, but it's not really music. But Cardi B announced that she's pregnant, and she also filed for a divorce.
Wishing her the best. Both her and Offset. Can't say much except I want more music. Hopefully with this situation, she actually drop an album and talk about her life. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have to wait another 3 years for an album.
Yeah, so I don't know yet. Album wise, I don't know.
I mean, the first album had she had pain and relationship.
I was saying maybe if one news was separate, like it was like, oh, she filed for divorce, no pregnancy news as well. Maybe you would been like, oh yeah, this album, there might be an album coming out because you're gonna have some shit to say.
Yeah.
Now she's pregnant. She could still drop music,
Yeah.
There's a lot you gotta do, and then you gotta do press run and stuff like that. So it's like, chances are that's another delay for music because obviously she has to do with life.
Yeah.
So realistically, as a project, maybe another 1 or 2 years.
I don't think we ever get another Cardi album.
That's a possibility too. It's becoming the Chronic. Her next album, the new Chronic.
Yeah. I don't think we ever get another Cardi album. I definitely think we'll get more music. We'll get singles. We'll get records that people like. We'll get features that people like. But I don't see an album in the future or the formidable future no time soon from Cardi. But congratulations on the new baby. I hope she is taking care of herself and the baby is healthy. Congratulations to Offset. I'm guessing this is his child. He got like 30 kids, but another one. It's beautiful, man. So congratulations to them.
And it's also the back and forth with them. They're good and they're not good. And good. It's just another chapter in their story.
I don't know, like, again, as a married man, relationships is crazy, marriages is crazy, love is crazy. But having raw sex with somebody that's been cheating on you is crazy. I'm just say that. Having unprotected sex with somebody that's been cheating on you is crazy. That's it. Nothing else to say in that regard. Congratulations, Offset and Cardi.
Yep. So continue to follow the news with them and see how it goes. More music news. Vybz Kartel is finally free. He's been locked up about a good 13 something years, a couple of like double-digit years.
The streets is back, man. Jamaica's back on top. Jamaica's back on top, man. Vybz Kartel. You know,
ready
Vybz was,
celebrate.
you know, he was the soundtrack for a lot of our college years, bro. No,
I remember.
411. What room was we in? 403. What was our room number?
403.
I said 411.
411 was no, there was a 411 though. There was
a 411, right?
Yeah, because all the 12, I think all the 12 rooms was the RA rooms,
right,
room, and then 11 was
right next to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the middle, that was the middle rooms.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Was the 11s the RA rooms or was it the 12s?
I don't know. I can't remember. Exactly.
I can't remember, bro. Good time.
Good time, but all I'm saying is to say, you know, Thursday night and what room was we? 403?
We was 403. 403.
Thursday nights in 403, Vybz Kartel was a big part of our soundtrack.
Yeah, what was your room before we all moved into together? I was 506.
Remember, first I was in 308, 307 was my original room.
307? Well, ain't that 307 is a 6-person room.
So I'm 308. So 308 then.
Mm-hmm.
I was the middle hallway all the way down.
So it was the 07 used that door right there in the middle. Right. There's another door to the right.
Exactly. So 308, and then me and Steph. What the fuck is that? So me and Steph moved to 4 something, middle room, right next to, close by, like where the wash and dryers used to be. 405. I think that was our room. 405. 405, 406. No, not 406. We was in the middle. Me and Steph.
I thought y'all was still on the 3rd floor. Y'all was on the 3rd floor.
No, we moved from the 3rd floor. We after 308, then we moved up.
Nah, after 308, it was 403.
No, we had a room before that. Me and Steph had a room before 308 was our first room. That was the first room I had. That's when Michael was my roommate. I had Vasan as a roommate. But then after that year, we moved from that floor. We moved to the 4th floor. We was in like 405, 406. Then we moved to the 4-person room.
I don't really remember your 4th floor rooms.
Because we used to always be in y'all room. Mm-hmm. Nobody used to really be in our room.
I went to the 3rd floor room. I don't remember that other room. I'm trying to think. I don't remember that 4th floor room.
Come! I don't remember what the room number was, but we used to be in a room on the 4th floor. I can't remember what that room was. Before we moved into 403, we had another room. I can't remember the number, but we had a room before we moved together. Me and Steph moved from 308.
Because me and Kev was still in 506.
When y'all was in 506, I promise you, that last semester, y'all was in 506. Me and Steph was on the 4th floor in one of those middle hallway rooms across from an RA room. Well, that was the opposite side.
It would be like a 05, 06, or 04.
05, 06.
04 to 06.
It was 05 or 06 because we were right next to a 6-person room. So we was like 406.
Because the first room, when you get out the elevator, is 01. Then it's 02, 03, like that. Like in that small space. So you can knock on the 02 and 03 at the same time. You got that. Then it's 04, 05, 06, the laundry.
Right.
Yep. Laundry. 07 room. 08, 09. 10, 11.
And me and
Was
Steph
it
was
12? Was it 12 rooms?
I honestly
It
I
might
can't
be
remember.
11. I don't
Me and
remember.
Steph was
11 or
in
12.
405 or 406, one of those rooms. And then we all moved in together into 403.
Now I know why, because you might have been at 4. Because you and Decap was your neighbor.
Right,
Because there was one point Decap lived in 406, right under us.
right. So it had to be 405.
It was 405.
Yeah, it had to be 405.
It was 405.
Because who used to be on the other side of us? It was some lame ass niggas on the other side of us. I can't remember who, but they were some lame ass niggas.
Because I think in 406 it was Decap and Eli.
Yeah.
In 406.
Yeah.
Because Cap used to live right under me and Kev.
But I'm saying all this to say
I remember that. Now I remember you living on the 4th floor. Now I remember it.
But we used to always be up in y'all room. We never used to be in my room.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I do remember the room because I've been to your room.
It was always like, yo, we about to change, or yo, we about to move. Like our room at that time was a quick stopping point. Nobody ever was really in our room. Like we was always would come there for a second and we always be dipping. We never stayed, like we never used to do anything in that room. Like we never used to have people over, we never used to have functions in there. We was always in y'all room.
Or 6 room or somebody else's room that was
or somebody else room doing some shit. But we was never in our room. Like never. Especially when it came to like hanging out and shit. We never really hung out in our room. It wasn't once we was in 403, then everybody was in there.
Yeah, boy, space. Yeah. Good old 403 day.
403 was lit. But again, like Vybz Kartel was a soundtrack for a lot of those Thursday, Friday, Saturday parties in 403. So welcome home to the guy, Vybz Kartel. I'm sure we'll be getting some more music soon. And we're gonna set the streets on fire. Brooklyn to Jamaica. The Yardies about to go crazy. Yeah, the Yardies about to go crazy.
He was released this past weekend specifically, or he got released a little after the weekend?
Let me see when it was actual release date.
It might have been last Friday or Saturday, so maybe this would be like the first weekend everybody could really party to him being out. But it was a couple of days ago.
Yeah, but he getting settled in and shit. July 31st was his actual release day.
July 31st, so it's been almost a full week.
Yeah. So shout out to Vybz Kartel being home and shit. Hopefully he don't get in no trouble and give us the vibes, man.
Mm-hmm. More music, but troubling. One artist set free, another artist trying to be set free. R. Kelly basically saying
what?
He's appealing and saying they took too long to charge him.
I have nothing to say, man. I don't think Kel's gonna be in there forever, but I don't think I think Kel should just sit down for a minute, get right with God, maybe become a Muslim like most people who go to jail, and just make some like continue to do your jail shows, man. Do some community service, maybe invite they do Scare Straight.
He wants his conviction due to the statute of limitations.
Yeah, Kels, I think you should. I ain't gonna tell nobody not to fight for their freedom, but I just feel like Kel should, just stay out of the way for a little bit.
Yeah, want to be free, man.
Yeah, everybody want to be free, I'm sure. But a lot of you niggas know y'all need to be locked up. A lot of niggas be in jail knowing they need to be locked up, and they be trying to fight for their freedom and shit.
Man, he's tired, singing. He want to sing for the world. He don't want to sing for his inmates.
Yeah, come sing for the world. We can maybe Zoom it or put it on some national streaming and shit, But make a record about, make it a redemption song. Like, do that. But serve your time and shit, man. Like, serve. some of your time. How long Kel's been in jail now? How many years he's been in? And it ain't been long. I know time flies and shit. And
he was convicted in 2022. No,
yes.
he was convicted. Damn, he was convicted in 2022, 2021.
So it's been 3 years or so, 2.5 years or so. Kels, take some time, bro. Take some time because like you trying to appeal the statute of limitation, but you know what you did. So it's like you trying to get out on the technicality and shit, but you're a sexual deviant. So take some time, brother.
Damn, his release date is 2045, and he'll be 78 years old.
Take some time. Look, we know you're a sexual deviant. You know you're a sexual deviant. You try to get
he's been locked up since July 2019.
Okay, so what's that?
About 5 years.
5 years. Come back at another 5. Do another 5, and then come back and appeal. All right, you're a deviant, bro, and we all know you are. Take some time, get yourself right, get your mind right, become a Muslim, and we'll welcome you back.
Well, let's get into our closing segment. We're gonna review a movie that been very heavily anticipated. Movie a lot of people have been waiting for. An on-screen pairing everyone's been waiting for. The introduction of one character into the MCU.
Right.
If you don't know what we're talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, or some could say Deadpool 3.
Right.
Hugh Jackman is officially a part of the MCU.
Yep.
Hugh Jackman played Wolverine one more time. And movie's out. Very enjoyable. Great cameos. What was your overall thoughts?
I enjoyed the movie a lot. I was kind of skeptical to take my son with me to go see it, but I'm like, fuck it, Dorian. We gotta go see it. Look,
It was a lot of curse words and a little violent. It wasn't crazy, but a little violent.
A lot. I wasn't worried about that. It's like I was worried about some a little sexual content. He didn't get some of the pegging things and shit, so he's still a kid. So it's like, all right,
but yeah, you can't hear get some of the jokes that
he didn't get some of the jokes, which is great. I'd be a little disappointed if he got some of the jokes. Like some of the jokes, I looked over at him. He's like, I don't know what that means. He's like, good. But again, since the Wolverine, this is and if you know Deadpool, if you know Wolverine, you know their history. So it's a pairing that Marvel fans and comic book fans been looking for, a true pairing. Not the weak ass Deadpool they did with the Wolverine movie, but a true Deadpool Wolverine pairing. And then with the Deadpool movie.
You talking about X-Men Origins?
Yeah, the X-Men Origins Wolverine movie
first
when they had
put Deadpool in the movie.
Yeah, with the mouth closed and shit, and weird ass Deadpool with all the powers and shit. And so since then, and then Ryan Reynolds doing the Deadpool movie and rewriting the Fox universe, we've been asking for it. We've been wanting that. And so to finally see it on screen, finally see them on screen together, although Hugh Jackman is old as fuck, he was still kicking ass, still brolic as hell. The fight scenes was great. The opening fight scene was great. The minivan fight scene was great. Seeing all the all Fox superheroes in the void and shit. It was dope how they put everything together, and I'm just excited to see their future in there. They had a Henry Cavill
cameo
variant and shit. They had the Hulk Wolverine fight cameo thing, like, so it was a lot. They put a lot in this movie, but it wasn't they did it good. Like they had Lady Deadpool, which was actually his wife and his kids.
Yeah, his
Like
kids was in it.
as versions of Deadpool variants. That was another dope fight scene and shit. Like they had some dope fight scene. People was looking for this like this great writing, script writing. Like people, like a lot of people are upset. Like it just seemed like a bunch of shit thrown together, but it's exactly what I expected it to be. Like just gory action, gay jokes, like
Okay.
a lot of that shit.
Even though the big bad in the movie was doing some world threatening shit,
Yeah.
not all the big bads is like, it's gonna be a little different. So it's like, but it worked.
And for it to be like a multiverse type movie, it was very like very close knit when it comes to the scenery. Like it was really two places. It was the Void and the TVA. Like those were the main scene and background for the movie. But again, I enjoyed it. A lot of people were saying like, the Professor X variant, his sister was underwhelming and shit like that. Like she's more powerful than what they gave her. And so people were upset with that, like they didn't do her right. But to see,
technically she was the villain, but she wasn't technically the main bad. It was homie from the TVA.
Yeah, he's right. He's the main bad. And so, but again, they like her abilities were underwhelming.
So her abilities got nerfed. I was gonna send something, but I didn't know who didn't and who didn't watch the movie. But Ryan Reynolds, a couple of days ago on Twitter, basically was giving Wesley Snipes his flowers, and he said Wesley deserves to get his Logan type movie. He deserves like a Logan type send off movie.
Right.
They have issues with Blaze. Fuck it, let OG
right. Let's do what we know works and shit. Like, cause we all know
that's one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. It's just you got Wesley.
Yeah, having Wesley in it, and we know why. Wesley being the reason why Marvel is able to do what they're able to do now is because of the success of Blade and shit. Yeah, give Blade, this variant of Blade, that last hurrah.
Yeah.
Give him that.
What was I gonna say? It's just like, obviously, the characters is eventually gonna be. I feel like we should have got like a little more definitive of how shit. How usually you get the like they will return or something like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like
we didn't get that. We didn't get
the
that.
end credit scene was the proof.
Yeah, it was It
was pretty. It's funny, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
Dumb,
Yeah, it didn't give you nothing.
It's not like the end credit scenes we're accustomed to. Is like, oh shit, it's about to go down in the next whatever.
Yeah.
But
they didn't give us any like thing to.
I thought they should have given us at least one of those things.
Yeah, they didn't give us. Yeah.
I would say since that shit was changing, I'm pretty sure they have to alter it because Kang ain't the villain no more. And they probably, by the time they finish rapping and setting that up, it's like, even if they had like say a Kang thing or something along the lines of that, it changed. So
yeah, because I think it's gonna change even in regards to the TVA. Like the TVA and Kang is like was supposed to be like the big part of the new universe. And so I think they kind of like, this is where it stops type of thing. Like this storyline ends here with the TVA right now. Like I feel like they're going to move away from that. And so they kind of like pretty much nip that storyline in the bud almost. And that's why we didn't get that this person will return or give us that, that looking forward to, because then it continues this Kane era of Big Bad, and I think they're trying to step away from that.
Because they have to pivot and go on a new route.
Exactly.
That's why I kind of deliver a scene that way.
Yeah, the Kane TVA, like, being that Kane is synonymous in the creation of the TVA, and all this and shit. So it's like we gotta stop it here. But I love that they brought back all the Fox guys, bringing Gambit, who was canceled, having
You've been waiting
Channing
for that
Tatum.
moment, man. You've been waiting for that moment.
And he's been waiting for this moment, and that's one of everybody's like favorite. Like, you go on social media, that's all you hear people quoting is his Gambit. His Gambit is so bad, it's good. Like, because the accent is really bad. Like,
I don't think the accent is bad.
and then the mags, like the costume.
Looking at him, is just looking at Tatum, Channing Tatum. Like,
it's like the mags. It's just like it looks funny. And then again, and like you said, it is Channing Tatum doing the Creole. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself here. Like all that, like people are laughing at that. Like we're laughing. Like we're enjoying it.
I don't think it sounds terrible. Like
maybe it's because it's Channing Tatum. Maybe it's,
I'm saying
it's
maybe
him.
I think it's getting the reaction because it's Channing Tatum. And, you know, he does.
Yeah.
He has some non-serious roles, and
Yeah,
it seems like his Gambit was.
Yeah, it don't seem serious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was a non-serious Gambit.
Yeah, it's funny.
But,
and Gambit is one of my favorite X-Men. Like,
I'll say, yeah, Gambit. I was just happy to see Gambit, and you know, he's one of my favorite X-Men. And a lot of the jokes is due to the fact that he's like one of the characters that didn't have his own movie. He hasn't had no appearance.
Yeah,
so he's like, yo, I don't know where I'm from. Shit, people don't know me. I'm about to. That's why.
Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself here. Like, that shit funny as hell, man.
Tell everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, he like, and then Logan like, I don't think you're gonna make it past here. like, I don't think we're gonna see you pass here. But a lot of people are pointing out that when if you haven't seen this spoiler, when he's showing, because they had Johnny Storm come back. So at first everybody thought that was Captain America, but it was actual Johnny Storm and shit. But when the end credit, when he's explaining Johnny Storm was talking shit, there's allegedly a video of Gambit on there not dying, like as if he's still alive.
He probably didn't die in that battle.
Shit,
they all survived. I thought they all survived. They all got fucked up. I thought they all survived the battle.
Well, they didn't ever say if they died or they were alive or not. And people like, because Logan was like, y'all ain't gonna make it, and then we didn't see them again. It's like the assumption that they died.
Shit, man, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. I definitely enjoyed it.
I don't know how if they could use, you know. I just think it's funny how, you know, you got in two separate ways. You got two similar storylines. X-Men 97 Gambit had that scene like remember the name, and then Deadpool Wolverine make sure they remember me.
Then Elektra, like they like, where's Daredevil and shit. Like it's like, you know, they were married in real life. Ben Affleck and
Jennifer
Garner and shit. And so it was a fun movie, man. I enjoyed it. The fight scenes were great. He had the fucking, like, in the middle, the opening, he got the Logan claws and shit, tied them on. Like, that shit was great. But then he had the dancing, like, breaks in between and shit. Then he had the gay costume designer. Like, the nigga kept grabbing his ass, kept grabbing his dick, like, as he was, like, making his costume and shit. Like, little shit like that, man. I enjoyed it. It was what I expect from a Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
So
it was fun, entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think it had serious moments, but it wasn't a movie to be taken seriously.
Yeah, I think it was just enough because Logan was very serious. And like Hugh Jackman did a really good job, like, as hating Deadpool. Like he did that. He played that part well with Wolverine not fucking with him. Like, he's like, you fucking clown. Like, he was really upset. Like, he really didn't fuck with him. Like he was hating Deadpool. You think everything a joke, you fucking clown. Like he wasn't playing with Deadpool. Like he was really pissed off and like really trying to fuck him up and shit. Like, so I enjoyed it. I like the dynamic of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman on screen and shit. There's been talks of a possible Wolverine Hulk movie coming. It's a lot of shit they can do.
I'm looking forward to the inclusion of certain characters, but I wouldn't mind Wesley Snipes coming back.
Yeah, I would love to see Wesley again.
Jennifer Garner could come back too. She may not be as appreciated or like the other characters or what.
Yeah, Elektra was trash.
She could come back as well.
Elektra was trash.
Talking about her saying, it was cool. It was cool. I think it's just a little too. Daredevil was successful, and they was like they could do a spinoff. I think
Daredevil made enough money for them to do a spinoff.
Like, so it's like her character wasn't as big. It's probably much bigger now than when it was then.
I like the Daredevil.
But they brought Elektra into the TV show.
Yeah, I like the Elektra from the. That's what I say. I like the TV Elektra.
Okay, so it's not like it's not impossible, but it's a lot of things they can play around with and do it.
It's a lot they can do, man. It's a lot they can do.
I'm just waiting for that X-Men movie.
Yeah, they just we know the music exists. So let's get to it, man. Stop playing.
X-Men 97, man. Let that shit influence you, because X-Men 97 is heat. That is heat right there.
Flawless. And X-Men 97 is being nominated for Oscars best animated TV show. It got a bunch of
I hope it wins, but I know a lot of people is gonna be mad if that shit wins.
Why? They some haters. They be hating on the
they don't like shows, superheroes. Man. Some
yeah,
people feel like superheroes destroying Hollywood, the way people view movies and shit.
Nah, the way X-Men 97 is written, bro, it gives you everything, bro. It gives you the love. It gives you, bro. X-Men.
What I love about cartoons, it has the kid factor, but then it has the grown factor. You grow with the show, so it's like you get everything,
bro. What I'm expecting from House of Dragons, I got from 97. For most of the season for 97, we like, nah, that's crazy. Nah, wow, they really did that. Like, that wasn't no fucking kid show, bro. Like, what we expect from these HBO shows and shit, the way that we were looking to be captivated by shows like House or Game of Thrones, 97 just did that to us.
And didn't get too
90, bro. No, but 97 really had niggas in their feelings. Grown ass people online in their feelings, bro.
Everybody got that road the streets. Did my man Gambit that dirty that episode?
Word, like, bro, this nigga Gambit, the way he died, bro, niggas was hurt. The way all the Muse died, bro, niggas was hurt.
Yeah, the Sentinel smoked a lot of humans.
Bro, niggas was hurt. They can't tell me, I don't fuck the superhero shit. Can't tell me Marvel didn't smoke 97.
Nah, 97. That was the spark. That was the spark that MCU
needed. Because now everybody like, we know it's possible. Y'all can do it. Just fucking do it. So all that hate shit, man, when it comes to 97, I ain't trying to hear none of that smut. No smut for 97. Animation, the writing, the direction, man, and 97 should win multiple fucking Oscars this year.
I hope so. But with reviewing Wolverine and the Dead,
we gotta give it our review. We
gotta give it our rating. So the more shit's the worse, the less the better.
Mm-hmm.
That's how our ranking goes. So
we doing 5?
if you ain't paying attention to our ranking,
Yeah.
for example, if we give it 4 shits, that means it was trash. So the
4
less, the
shits.
better.
Yeah.
The less the better, the more the worse. So
Less the better, more the worse. So for me, I am giving Deadpool and Wolverine 1.5 shits.
are you doing 1.5? I was gonna do one. I'm doing one flat.
1 flat shit. I ain't mad at that. I'm not
One
mad
flat.
at that. I'm not mad at that. And I give it 1.5 because again, it does stop. It does, it don't give us nothing to look forward to. And so with that, I understand. But I kind of understand what they're doing. But I think people went into it wrong. And the writing ain't the greatest. And but I enjoyed it a lot. So I give it 1.5. But it's an enjoyable movie. I watch it a million times.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So,
I'll watch that shit again. But bring my man Wesley Snipes back.
do that.
I think that's the thing. I think he should get the send off. He should get the
Facts.
Logan movie.
Facts.
Fucking, they having trouble with the script. They could have 2 Blades in one movie. No, fuck it. At this point, we had 3 Spider-Mans in one movie. We have 2.
But then you send off old Blade die, but somehow new Blade find him and shit. A variant like type shit, like he get caught up.
Right. It'll be similar to how Wolverine shit. Wolverine died,
Right.
we got another variant of Wolverine.
Exactly.
But I just think they need to bring back the OG variant of Blade. I want the OG variant.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And let him get his send off. Fuck it. He deserves it, man. If it was for Blade, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Not at all. So y'all got to show Blade the respect, man, that he deserves, man. Bring that.
Blade is like at this point is like a guy. He's like
the Godfather, of the MCU. That ass, he is. Put some respect on his name, man. OG Blade.
Blade 2 still to me is top comic book movies.
Blade 2 is fire.
Blade 2?
I don't know what happened with 3, but Blade 2 is the best one out of the Blade series.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and hands down, Blade 1 was good, but
Blade 1 was good. No, Blade 2 was up.
Man. I think off Blade 2 alone, he should get a proper send off.
And they should have Sticky Fingers Blade be in there too.
Oh man, but get whoever wrote Blade 2, whoever directed it.
Yeah.
Channel some of that shit.
Right.
Blade 4. That's it. And then they could use that Blade 4 and bring in the new Blade, and they can move on with that. But
close that Blade chapter though. They definitely need to.
Because unfortunately, Wesley getting old. We can't play the character forever.
Yeah.
Use him all you can, man.
Because his ass definitely looked old in that movie.
Well, with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another Shitty Opinion Podcast. It's your boy John, my co-host Dev, and we are out.